catch me?
Oh, yeah, that's not really what I mean. It's not the mess that's really the problem. It's just that the workshop is cluttered with way too much stuff. Books, files, and even ancient texts I got from the Masters of the Nightwind. Everything's piled up to the ceiling. Kachina suffered quite an unfortunate series of events the last time she went inside. Well, after entering the workshop, she was shocked to find herself face to face with a massive woven scroll from the Masters of the Nightwind, and then she turned around. She tried to step out of the way, but tripped on a poster tube that was behind her, and then boom! The forging blueprints came crashing down right onto her head.
Oh no!
She's lucky I noticed in time. I found Kachina. Ever since then, Kachina always waits.
Yeah, you're an artisan and craftswoman after all. We thought there were, but it seems more like a library than a workshop.
Well, my primary work is forging ancient names, which is much trickier than making swords and tools. You probably already know that each ancient name represents a certain spirit. In other words, the essence of an ancient name is the physical manifestation of a certain spiritual will. And as a name engraver, when I'm working on a new ancient name, I'm not only trying to get, but more importantly, I'm also trying to understand the spirit. And to do that, I have to collect as many related stories as possible and read through them all. But, as you might know, people tend to add a lot of extreme. For stories that have been clearly exaggerated or altered, I must gather other related stories, and this way I can filter out all the absurd and exaggerated. Only in true stories can you find the authentic spirit. And this is the only way for the spirit to become an ancient name that matches its essence.
We've heard about the concept behind ancient names before, but after hearing you explain the details, Paimon can't...
Well, no matter how powerful ancient names could be, they would never be able to suddenly turn into a blade or... It's just a form of spiritual power that's passed down from well, take your own names, for example. From the moment you appeared in this world, some person had already prepared a blessing for you. And that person then condensed this blessing into your name and gave it to you as a gift. It may feel like the moment you received your name is already in the past, but it will always stay with you and move with you in the future. Names are blessings for the future from people standing in the past. Well, that's what Auntie once told me. And with this blessing, people will become more confident as they walk into their future.
Oh, Paimon gets that. If you're alone when you're walking in the dark, it's easy to get scared and tired quickly. But if someone else is walking with you, then it won't be nearly as scary. And, well, you might still get tired. The Traveler always has Paimon by her side, though, so she'll never... they could be in your shoes, Traveler. Paimon's always flying! Of course it gets tiring! But we're getting off topic. We can talk about that later.
Anyway, this is what Clisoli told me when I was training as a name engraver. And to be honest, I've only understood 20% of what...
But doesn't that mean you basically don't get it?
Well, that's not entirely true. Auntie and I... you know what, I am sick of talking. We can talk about all of this later. Please,
Did you hear a whole section of something
It's fine, it's fine. It was just a bunch of very old ancient name records. I kept this set of phlogiston wedges in the back, so it wasn't easy to... Come on, let's go disassemble the central inscription. It shouldn't take long. Here we are. This is the place.
This cliff is pretty high. What are we going to do here? Are we going to climb to the very top and then throw this inscription down the cliff?
I'm going to use phlogiston to make an engraving circle on the cliff wall. That will allow me to investigate the internals of the central inscription. Now let me see if this thing can even turn on. I was still an apprentice last time I used it. Before we attempt to engrave the inside pattern of an ancient name with phlogiston, we always use this to draw out the... Only after we've confirmed that phlogiston can flow properly through the internal engravings, can we start formally working on the small internal engravings of the ancient name. If we want to dismantle the central inscription in a non-destructive manner, we'll have to use this thing. I really don't...
Oh, so you'll be able to see what it looks like on the inside without ruining Tlasoli's inscription?
For the most part. If it were just an ordinary unfinished ancient name piece, but since it's a central inscription, it would be better not to destroy the blessing that Auntie has prepared for Nechka.
So, Shilonen, does this central inscription fall under the 20% you understand about ancient names, or the other 80% you don't understand?
Oh, don't worry. As I said, Auntie and I share an understanding of which is names are intrinsically valuable. Only by having names can things be sorted and categorized. They allow the world to become more orderly and identifiable. For example, when I order ore, I would usually say I need volcanic crystals of about 35% purity and no more than 3% of impurities. Without specific names, I would only be able to go to the ore merchant and say, I want this and this. No, this isn't it. That one. No, not that one either. Yeah, you see what I mean? Names are a crucial part of how we standardize our workflow. Yes, because forging ancient names is first As for the question of why it's important, after all, creating an ancient name is quite the complicated... Well, let me break it down even further. We're not in the tribe right now anyway. Essentially, by forging ancient names, I'm assigning nicknames. Giving someone a name is a subjective expression, but giving someone a nickname is a much more objective expression. To come up with a fitting and accurate... If ancient names or nicknames aren't descriptive enough, So the best I can do is gather all the information I could, and even a minor mistake in the process could cause people to misunderstand the nickname. For a name engraver such as myself.
Paimon isn't trying to come up with a nickname for Shilonen. Besides, all of Paimon's nicknames have been very descriptive. Everyone can remember them.
Phew. Now I'm curious. Why don't you, come up with one for me?
Are you serious?
Of course. This is also my line of work, you know. Go ahead.
A nickname? Shilonen. Well, she uses phlogiston to forge weapons and make names for others.
Yeah, not bad. But, you should keep observing my work, Paimon. Right, okay. Time to make like a smith and start smithing. Watch closely. Adjust the inclination by 2 degrees. Stop. The error margin is within an acceptable amount, but I'll extend the inscription link a little more just to be safe. I'll leave some space here. When the linked engravings are activated, the inscriptions here will overlap with each other. There! That should complete the flow.
Amazing, Shilonen! You were running all over that cliff as if it was flat ground!
Oh no, it doesn't have anything to do with my tribe. It's just the phlogiston adhesive I have on my. But after all that running around, I'll have to infuse them with more phlogiston again. More or less, yeah. I usually have at least the key equipment on hand. I can show them to you when we next find the time, but let's get to work first. Let me see. Start with Anchor 1 and activate it with Density 3 phlogiston.
Whoa! A super huge diagram just appeared! Masoli's central inscription is even floating! So are you done checking the inscription, Shilonen? How does it look?
I didn't find any anomalies in the phlogiston engraving.
That means we can help Tlisoli and...
Well, probably, but I have good news and bad news.
Paimon will cover her ears after the good news.
Well, even if you cover your ears, what are your thoughts on absorbing memories? Yeah, well, sounds like something you'd say. But if you ask me, there's a problem with what... It's hard to control the absorption of memories. Technically speaking, this type of inscription has the power to do far more by herself. Auntie can't handle that level and scope of work, but if she...
Accomplices? You make it sound like she's committing a crime!
Well, here's the good news. Yes, this blaze gem inscription would be... From a purely objective standpoint, we can consider that possibility as... The bad news is, there's still an underlying problem with this blaze... I believe I've mentioned this before. Ancient names operate with the... In this process, the Wyab actually function like relays, helping the ancient name bearer. If you remove the Wyab from the process and don't use any tools, then trying to scoop up a specific grain of sand from... Yeah, exactly. Anyone who attempts to do so will likely lose most... Now, let's consider the memories that Auntie has gathered as the ley line, and there's no way Auntie would let Nachka plunge into the river of memory, and considering that Nachka has forgotten all of her past, she'll be unable to work on... Only Aunt Tlisoli can help her filter the correct memories. So, if my hypothesis is correct, Auntie is actually planning on turning herself in an ideal world. This would be perfectly fine. And I also believe that there won't be any mistakes in everything that... But Auntie is not a Wyab. Her
But how can we solve this problem?
Names are blessings for the future from people... I've also made up my mind. Come on.
Shilonen, it looks like you've made your decision. Am I right?
Yes, here's some research that I've done. You can reference it to modify the way the central inscription operates. I'll also help you continue working on the Blaze Gem inscriptions, but I must have complete control. The memories that can be absorbed by the inscription will be limited solely to Nichika's past. We'll plan a set time frame. If you attempt to extract any memories beyond this scope, then I'll consider that as committing a... After the memory bank is constructed, the Blaze Gem inscription's absorption functions must be stopped immediately.
I accept. Thank you, Shilonen. I really...
Auntie, you know I can't stand it when you do this. If you needed my help, you should have just said so. There's no need to beat around.
Using technology for ancient names to forge other things without permission is no trivial matter.
Yes, it's a major departure from the technology's intended use, but it's nothing compared to a child who needs help. Compared to a name that's... But once this is all over, you must come with me to see Pakal and discuss everything that happened.
That's fine. I'm with...
All right, let's clear off the table and come up with a plan. I need some time to consider how to let Nichika control the Blaze Gem inscription on her own and extract the memories from her past. Oh, by the way, did you give the book to Nichika?
How could I just hand her a birthday present that you specially brought for her? I've picked out a box and packaged it up. Wait till her birthday.
No, it's just an old book. There's no need to...
Oh, is Nichika up again? What? Uh-oh. That's not good. Let's go have a look.
Nichika, don't hurt yourself.
Shilonen, is that you? You're Nichika?
How many times have I told you? Don't get out of bed on your own.
Hello, Nichika.
Thank you for the book. I've already read it. You've already read it? But didn't Tlasoli package up the book that...
No. She's all mixed up. A few days ago, she told me she wanted a book. I eventually found one and bought it for her. I put it in her room once I got... Soon after, she suddenly developed a fever. I was so busy...
Auntie, do you know which version of the book you bought?
Which version? The shopkeeper said it was the one with the perfect ending to the... Oh, it's all my fault. You wasted your money and...
Oh, it's all right. It's just a book. As long as Nichika enjoys it, that's what matters.
Oh, right. Nichika probably doesn't know us. You're Paimon and Miss Traveler. Mom told me about you. Oh! Seems like everyone...
Yeah, Nichika seems to be doing pretty well today, since she's been stuck indoors for the last few days.
Take her for a walk. But considering her condition, I don't...
Oh, don't worry, Auntie. She'll be safe with the Traveler and me. We won't leave the tribe, and if anything comes up, we'll be sure to find the doctor immediately. Besides, it's her birthday in a few days, and we need to go to the tribe. What do you think, Auntie?
I promise I'll be good, Mom. Didn't you say before that I need more fresh air?
All right, all right. I also happen to have a few repaired Blaze Gem inscriptions that I need to get back to the tribe. We can go together. Wait for a moment. I'll go get Nichika's water bottle and some towels.
Talk about being prepared.
It doesn't hurt to be prepared. Okay, let's go. Please be good now, Nichika. Don't cause any trouble for Shilonen and the others.
Oh, you can let me carry these. And don't be a stranger, Nichika. Feel free to tell us anything. And even I was...
Yeah! It's not often you get to go out to play. Okay. Thanks, everyone. And please don't worry, Mom. I'll be good.
Let's go look for it now. I've had her Blaze Gem inscription for a while now, and I'll finally return it to her today.
Tosoli, what brings you to the Oh, she seems to be doing much better now. She's even out and about.
I hope so. Here, Ignal. This is your inscription. I finished repairing it.
Oh, thank you for bringing it back for me. Oh, by the way, I came across a piece of good quality oro. I remember that Nichka would become so happy every time she saw a shiny ring. Right, Nichka?
I'm sure she'd love that. Thank you.
My pleasure. Give me a moment. I'll bring the ore.
Oh, I can make the jewelry for her. What
I would like...
Something shaped like an embercore flower would be nice. She was always asking me before.
Noted. I'll make that as a gift for her next... Sorry, Nichka. It won't be a surprise for you.
That's okay. Thank you, Shalonen.
Found it! Sorry to keep you waiting. Here, please take it. By the way, Nichka, feel free to write to me if you ever want to know more about ores. Well, I was shocked last time when you wrote me out of the blue asking for a volcanic crystal.
Sorry about that. She can hardly contain her curiosity now that she started to recover. She's still too weak to go out whenever she wants, so she begs me every day to help her write letters.
That's how you know she's one of the children of Echoes.
Everything's looking up! Oh, we're just like the main character in the new version of according to the story, we should be right around... Tequil prayed to the goddess of mountains and fire. Let my brothers The goddess replied, I've heard your prayer, but your brother is no longer your kin. Then Tequil said, turn my blood to fire so my... Oh, you remembered that whole line, Nichka! Paimon remembers Paimon finished both books in one sitting. A lot of their content is nearly... But the ending in the older version is more interesting. Oh, wait! Nichka hasn't read the other ending. That's not true. You already know the other ending? But didn't you only read the edition your mom got for you?
Hey, what are you all chatting about so happily?
Huh? Mom, Miss Traveler and I we were just talking about how the bad guy was defeated and everyone returned home.
Aren't happy endings always nice? But if you already read the whole thing, guess you'll have to go to bed early tonight. But I'll buy you some more fairy tales next time, okay?
Okay, Mom.
It's pretty good quality. I'll be able to give Nichka a beautiful and... But, you know, for now, let's focus on celebrating her upcoming birthday. Where are we headed to next?
Next, let's visit Apishpalan. He should be close by. Stay close, Nichka. Don't go too far.
Yes, Mom.
Why do my eyebrows keep twitching today?
That means you're about to hit the jackpot, Apishpalan.
I didn't expect to have two name engravers coming in today. What are you looking to buy, Tlazoli? I'll give you a...
Whoa! Offering a discount just like that?
She was once our name engraver, and did a lot for the tribe.
Thank you for your generosity. I've finished... Come on, Nichka. Say thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, so this is Nichka. Tlazoli has shown me some pictures before. It looks like you're doing much better now. How about this?
No, that's all right. Mom told me that...
Oh, well, that was for your family. I've never given anything just for you.
Oh, no need to stand on ceremony, Auntie. His drills and small clamps are good quality. The measurements of each... I always come here to buy things if I find... Oh, do you have any child-friendly safe...
I have a few in stock, but I put them in the back.
Oh, no need to bring them all the way here. Why don't we just go in the...
I don't know much about that kind of scissors. Why don't you just...
Well, there are too many different designs and varieties of kid scissors. If you don't come and help me choose, I won't be able to pick one. Come on, Auntie. It'll only take a moment.
And there goes Shilonen dragging Tlasoli off to...
I won't run off.
Paimon's favorite? Tequila, of course. He went through a lot. In the old version of the story, he was never able to reunite with his family, but he was still really strong and fought as best as he could. What about you, Nichka? Which character do you like?
I like Remak.
Oh, the one who was possessed by Kuatlique, but never forgot his brother. If it wasn't for his determination, both he and his... Of course! A story's only interesting if you can really get immersed in it. Hey, Nichka, why don't we play pretend? You can be Remak, and Paimon will be Tequila, okay?
Miss Traveler, can I play the role of Kuatlique?
But isn't she the villain? In the old version? Ah, right. She read the version with a happy ending. And that one, Kuatlique was defeated and the brothers both survived. Well, it doesn't matter. Only the lines at the end were different. You can go on ahead and say your favorite lines, Nichka. Paimon's read...
My favorite line is the one from the end. It's...
Come here, Nichka. Look at you. You're...
Mom!
Let me wipe your forehead. Now, drink some water.
We've picked something up for Nichka. A Paishpalan will deliver it to Auntie's house once he's packaged it up.
Oh, we were just about to get to the exciting part. Really?
Oh,
Let's talk later. Just trust me and act normal for now. Oh, we should head to our last stop, Auntie. It's real hot today and we shouldn't let Nichka...
Right. Let's go see Chevin and head back home. I finished repairing your Blaze Gem inscription, Chevin. I've also reinforced it so it shouldn't fall apart so easily now.
Thank you. How about the volcanic crystal? Was it usable?
Yes, thanks for that.
You're welcome. I just want to see Nichka get better.
thank you, Miss Chevin.
It's fine. Honestly, you're both too polite for your own good.
I was wondering where you got the ore for such a large-scale Blaze Gem inscription. So you must be one of Auntie's accomplices, then.
Oh, Shilonen.
We already know what's going on.
You had me worried there. I thought we'd been found out. To be honest, I won't be able to cover it up for much longer. I've been traveling away from home every few days. The last time Pakal came and asked me about it, I could only say that as for why I had been leaving so often, I said that I had found a new... sorry. I've been...
Sure, we can sit for a moment, but...
Miss Chevin, can I go see some of the jewelry over there?
You mean Amisha's work? Sure, go ahead. Remember...
Paimon wants to go too! We'll go together. Paimon hasn't... Really? Then Paimon's gonna take a good look at...
You haven't bought any jewelry for a while, Auntie. Why don't you pick one out?
Come on, Nichka! We don't know anything about Natlan's jewelry, so you can help us...
Miss Traveler,
Come here, Nichka.
Huh?
Sorry, Chevin and Shilonen, but it's already getting late. We should be heading back now. It'll be Nichka's birthday in a few days, and there's still a lot for us to...
No problem. I'll be sure to bring her some beautiful jewelry to celebrate.
You're getting hot again. Here, Mom will carry you. Let's get going. You forget to take care of yourself once you start playing. Let's go back and we'll have a talk.
I did.
Nachka, I never taught you to lie.
Sorry, Mom.
Nichika's looking at us. Paimon feels like something's not right.
No, Nechka was having so much fun today that she forgot the time. It's not a big... Let me help carry her home. I'm worried you would also have to recover.
No, it's fine. I'll carry her. Let's go, Nachka. It's time to go home. Thank you, everyone. Please be sure to come to Nachka's birthday party. All right. It's nearly bedtime for Nachka.
Oh, Auntie, remember to give her the book that,
I understand. Really, do you think it's very special to receive a book from you? I'm sure...
Yeah. Thanks, Shilonen.
Oh, put it somewhere?
Well, I've read the story to her many times already.
No, that won't be a problem, Auntie. Nechka's problem...
Oh. What's different about this?
The majority is about the same, but the ending is different from the one that you bought her. The one I gave her is the... It was released long before Nechka fell ill.
Oh, but I remember you were never very interested in fairy tales, Shilonen.
Huh. Well, I was just thinking that if what you said about Nechka's... So, the ending to the original version of To Kill the Brave is also part of the past that she... In other words, if she hasn't recently read the old version of the story, then she...
I don't understand. Why are you so concerned about the ending of this? Maybe she snuck out somewhere when I wasn't watching and read the first edition.
Oh, okay, that is a possibility. After all, she does remember things that... In which case, yeah, let's go ask around the tribe and see if anyone remembers. There are only a few shops in the tribe that sell books, or we can just ask Nate.
The booksellers all have inscriptions, so they're...
So, you admit that the inscriptions can affect the tribe's current memories? I was very clear that I would consider that a crime and would stop all work on it.
There must be a few more books at home.
I do not wish to see your blood be reduced to ash, but I have seen the
I beg your pardon?
Nechka, where did you read that book? Answer me!
Go home, Nachka. Are you disobeying me?
You're the one who wrote me the letter, Nechka. You're the one who wanted the book. Only you can speak for yourself. We're listening, Nechka. Right here, right now.
Remember my name, brother. As long as you remember me, I will never have left.
Silence.
That's the line from the old ending. Nichika, remember?
I know everything. Shilonen, help me, please.
Something's blocking the door.
Get back!
Shilonen, wait for us.
The tunnel is blocked. We can't go in. There might also be traps.
Whoa. What are all those things on Nichika's walls?
It seems Auntie put all the extra inscriptions she made here. If she's trying to finish that ancient name, there's only one place she could go. Come on,